OT, y'all. Welcome, baby. Welcome to Orchids for Dummies, honey. Welcome to the channel where it's each one, teach one. PhalPals, honey. Yes, honey. Welcome. So, in this video, we have an orchid that's in ICU that's on death's door. And in this video, I'm going to give you a tutorial on what I plan to do to save this Phalaenopsis orchid. Stay tuned. Okay, PhalPals, so below I have some of the things that I will need to do this emergency ICU for this orchid. And that is going to be a glass container because I'm going to put a little moss at the bottom of it. Right here, I've already moistened my moss, which is not soaking wet, but it's moist. I just put a little water. A little water goes a long way with sphagnum moss. I have a little cinnamon if I need it, because we will be doing a lot of cutting, a lot of root cutting today, PhalPals. I have my hydrogen peroxide because we must disinfect her. We must get rid of that mold. Also, I have all of my utensils, which is going to be some shears and some tweezers. I have sitting in some, oh Lord, Orchids for Dummies, honey. But yes, honey, we got to send in some alcohol, making sure everything is sterile, honey. We finna go to surgery. But first, I am going to let her sit in the sink so she will be able to hydrate through her leaves. Also, I'll be able to determine what roots need to be cut and which ones need to be left alone. Stay tuned, PhalPals. Okay, PhalPals. So while we are waiting for it to hydrate in the sink of tap water, the water that I used in this moss is going to be tap water. I used distilled water before and I didn't find that it gave me a good result. Not saying that it gave me a bad result, but it definitely wasn't worth buying the distilled water and going out of my way in trouble. So, as I have you, it's very fluffy in here. It's nothing compact. It's just a moss sitting in the bottom of this vase. I also use this little water bottle that I use as a spritzer, and I just sprayed it in there, and that's going to keep up the needed humidity for the orchid. All right, PhalPals? So stay tuned, and then we'll get to snipping and tucking, honey. Snipping and tucking. Okay, PhalPals, I just wanted to take time to remind you guys, join my Facebook group, honey. Join my Facebook group called PhalPals, honey. And we will always be able to stay in contact. You don't have to wait for my next video because you will be the first. You will be the first to see it, honey. Now, yes, honey, stay tuned while we get to snipping and tucking, honey. As you can see, most of the roots have died back. The reason being is just going to be that low humidity. I'll leave a link in the info card above letting you know what's the desirable humidity that you need in your home and for your Phalaenopsis orchids, PhalPals. But as you can see, most of these roots are going to have to come off, okay, PhalPals? Also, you see I still have my flower stake for the spike, so I'm going to leave that on. Most orchid channels will tell you to cut it off, but from my experiment and my living conditions, honey, in my living conditions, it did not help the orchid at all. So by cutting it off, so I'm gonna leave this one on because what I have noticed is that if I'm not feeding the orchid what it needs, if the orchid isn't receiving the nutrients that it needs, it holds nutrients in this flower state, and it's going to start eating itself. It's so crazy because whether you know it or not, we have so much in common with the Phalaenopsis orchids as far as the humidity that we need and the reasons why we need the humidity. For instance, if we start starving ourselves, our body is going to eat itself, just as these not roots, but just as the flower stake would do. Yes, honey, this is disgusting. I should have had the gloves on, but I thought I wanted to show off my pretty hands, honey, so. Oh, but, whew. She might walk out of here with some roots, and that's one of the things that you want to remember, to not cut your area roots, because sometimes that would be what will save the orchid. Okay, PhalPals. Now, we'll try. I'm gonna try, honey, and let some of these roots live, because my other orchids, I cut the roots back, and honey, I'm still waiting on new root growth, okay? Still waiting. Yes, and I could have edited all of this snip and tuck out, but this is for the people that love a repotting video, okay, honey? Because this is basically what it's doing. I'm repotting it into water culture, honey. We're going to try the water culture, honey. One more time, honey. I'm going to let y'all see. Because I was doing the experiments to let you guys see, but I wasn't able to give you guys great follow-ups because my baby has been suffering from the flu and pneumonia. Many of you guys already know that this is a horrible flu season going around. Everyone is in the doctor, okay? So everybody, we just got to keep each other lifted up in prayer, honey, that we make it through. Because this crazy weather, you don't know, the orchids, they're confused. I'm trying to decipher if I want to keep this root or not, PhalPals. It looks, let's just cut it. Because, I mean, they don't, you don't want to leave ookie and gookie in your good, clean water. That's what's going to promote mold. By leaving all of this black mold, it's black because it's mold, baby. Okay? Oh, okay, that's a dead one. I'm gonna just cut the tip of that. Because maybe it'll grow from that root that's still, the part of it that's still good. This is why we need the cinnamon, because it's like an open wound. I don't want it to get an infection. So I'm gonna put cinnamon on just the parts that's really cut and really just have like an open wound. So, all right, PhalPals, you have witnessed me cut off all of the ookie and gookie roots. So the next thing that I'm going to do is put her back into the sink so she can hydrate. Alrighty, PhalPals. So my Phalaenopsis orchid that is suffering from the low humidity and lost all of her roots, I just got her out of the sink. I let her soak in the sink because Phalaenopsis orchids, they can absorb water through their leaves, okay, PhalPals? And also, when I get through this process, I'm going to let her sit overnight, so that way she doesn't lose too much hydration in this process. So the first thing that I'm going to do, got my hydrogen peroxide. I would suggest that you guys get it in a spray, because when it comes down to getting this mold off of this Phalaenopsis orchid, you're going to need some spray, baby. Okay, so we just gonna spray all up and through there. She doesn't have too much. I've seen really worse than this, so this is not as bad as I thought. And also, any old debris you want to get off of it, okay, PhalPals? So let's go ahead and start spraying, honey. Okay, I got my clean toothbrush that I use for this purpose, and you are going to just start brushing. Brushing, honey. Brushing and spraying. And this is the part that you really want to make sure is clean, because it will stunt any new root production if it has black mold on it, PhalPals, okay? So I just wanted to give you step by step. We could have made this video a little shorter, honey, but I just wanted you guys to know, because this was a video that, honey, the girls have been asking for, honey. But my baby, she had mistakenly tore up my tripod, and honey, it was no way for me to do this or show you guys this without using both hands. But my PhalPals that's in my Facebook group called PhalPals, I did tell them the answer. I did tell them what to do. So that's what I'm saying. Join the Facebook group, honey. Join Facebook PhalPals, honey. You don't have to wait till a video to find out what's wrong with your orchid, honey. We could talk about it. We could talk that thing out. We could talk that thing out, honey. Everybody get to say what's going on, honey. Okay, I'm trying to tell you, honey. I'm trying to tell you. Oh, this is such a good... Oh, I'm so conflicted. I'm gonna go ahead and... I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it, honey. So we just gonna keep spraying and spraying, and as you can see, you have already seen that it's already started to get a little bit brighter, and that's what you want, PhalPals. That's what you want. Now, this is a process that's going to have to be repeated, okay, a few times until you feel as if you have got all of the ookie and gookie stuff off of your Phalaenopsis orchid, okay, babe? So just to go ahead and close out this video, honey, because like I said, you want to keep spraying, honey. Keep spraying. That's why I told you get you a spray bottle. I told you get you a spray bottle. But I'm going to keep spraying this, and then I'm going to let it sit overnight. And then I'm going to sit it in the sink to hydrate again. And then I'm going to put it in this vase. As far as using the cinnamon, I will use a little right here. Right here. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to get the cinnamon out. And I'm going to place it on something that I can have easy access to it. You only need a little cinnamon, because what you don't want to do is put cinnamon all over the part of the orchid that you are trying to get new roots to come from, because the cinnamon is going to close it up. Okay, baby, it's going to close it up. So that's not what you want. So like I said, when I get finished, I'm going to sit her in here like so. Put her in a good humid place. I'm going to at least twice a day go around and mist it to keep it kind of moist in it, and hope for the best, baby. Hope for the best. So, all right, PhalPals, I thank you so much for tuning in, honey. I thank you so much for tuning in. And I will see y'all until next time.